Hansi Flick's Barcelona are firing on all cylinders. He seems to be building a vintage Barcelona side with a whole bunch of youth from the academy and some star international players mixed in along with them. So let's take a look at what Hansi Flick has done to reinvent this Barcelona side. Welcome to Campfire Football. I'm Sebastian North. So we remember when Bayern Munich were kind of in the doldrums back in 2020, and Hansi Flick took over, and almost immediately the side was transformed. They went on to win the Champions League. They were bulldozing everybody, and then he got the German national team job. It did not work out, and so then he was out of work. But the best possible job for him came up, and that was Barcelona. He's taken over for Xavi, and he's done quite an exceptional job, especially in the last month. So let's take a look at what exactly Barcelona are doing. Flick has got them rolling. It has been a rampage. They beat Young Boys 5-0, Alaves 3-0, Sevilla 5-1. Just a stunning 4-1 victory over Bayern, 4-0 at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid in the Clásico, and then they just beat hometown rivals Espanyol 3-1. And it's beautiful to see the amount of young players that are coming out of the academy that have so much to do with this. This is Pau Cubarsí, who made a name for himself last season. What I love about him is that he's not just a short passer out of the back. Barcelona take a very spread out shape when they have the ball, and the reason is they want to be able to do multiple things. They have good players in the central midfield who can control it and dribble and are pretty much press resistant, but they also have some good forwards. And so here Cubarsí goes inside, finds Fermín López, he plays it to Yamal, and look at this. Just little leave. Casado gets it, and take a look at the front line. You have Robert Lewandowski, who has come to the near side. Rafinha is way over on the far side, and both Bayern Munich defenders just came in looking for the ball, and so there's a giant space for Fermín López. In the end, Bayern snuff out that situation. Here is another example of Pau Cubarsí looking into that midfield area, right in the center of the pitch, plays this long ball in. This time, Robert Lewandowski does a nice little dummy, and the ball gets clipped through to Fermín López running on. Here it is again, and it's to Lewandowski, but this time instead of dummying it, he does a brilliant little back heel flick, and it puts Lamine Yamal right through. Amazing that he took this so poorly and just didn't really test the goalkeeper very much. And you can see that they like those quick attacks. And a player who has been benefiting from those is Rafia. He has been scoring goals like crazy. So far this season, Rafia has 11 goals, 2 hat tricks, and he has 9 assists as well. So his output is incredible. And one of the reasons why is these quick attacks from the back. They are very difficult to deal with when you have good pace and you have good hold-up play. So here Balde gets the ball, looks into Lewandowski, able to shield very well, brings Kim Min-jae with him, which now means Bayern Munich are a little short at the back. As he drops the ball, it goes to Pedri. He gets it out of his foot to Fermín. Very quick turn. Rafinha has gone to the middle now, and is in a foot race against Joshua Kimmich. This is the first minute of the game against Bayern Munich, and it was 1-0 just like that. Rafinha would get his first of a few. Here is his hat-trick goal in that game. You can see Rafinha is right near the ball here. He has helped to defend the situation. Balde plays it into Pedri. Pedri plays the ball out to Lamine Yamal, and take a look at this for a pass. It is insanely good. It's right onto his chest. His control is brilliant. I don't think that Manuel Neuer should be beaten here, but the shot is pretty good, and that was his hat-trick goal against Bayern Munich. But here he is terrorizing Real Madrid. As Inigo Martinez comes forward, he's like, I don't know what to do. The Real Madrid back line was a total mess at this point. You can see Mendy, Rudiger, Tchouaméni, and Lucas Vázquez. What are you doing all the way over there? What's going on here? Well, Rafinha recognizes he's got the pace, he's got the positioning. I like that run he does where he runs away a little bit, backs off, and then takes off. And then his finish, very good. Just lifts it over the goalkeeper. And here he is setting up Lamine Yamal. It's a big ball. Lewandowski is able to draw a defender to him. Here, he's got Rudiger with him. Both of them miss it, and Rafinha just takes Vázquez to school again. This time, he sets up Lamine Yamal. I mean, this finish from the young boy with his right foot, so good. So Rafinha has been absolutely fantastic. He's kind of like the new Neymar in this team. And Lewandowski is kind of like the Luis Suarez, the David Villa. Then you got Lamine Yamal, who's like a reincarnation of Messi. Pau Cubarsí is the new Gerard Piqué. Pedri and Casado look like the new Xavi and Iniesta. It's kind of amazing when you think about this team and the vintage one from like the 08 to 2012 era, and was built off of these Masia products, who doesn't matter if they're 17 or 21 or whatever, they will come in and have an impact, and then the extra little bit of flair. And it's not just those quick attacks, those counters, and those long balls. They are also very much able to to keep the ball. And so here you can see a few rotations. So what we have here is their basic shape on the ball. Lewandowski's the center forward. The wingers are Lamine Yamal on the right and Rafia on the left. You can see Alejandro Balde has stepped up quite a bit because he is very good at delivering crosses and attacking the byline. He is better than Koundé, and Koundé is therefore a little bit dropped off. But then you've got the midfield three of Fermin Lopez, Pedri, and Marc Casado, and the way they control the game is fantastic. They know exactly where to be. They know exactly how to shift off each other. Here you can see Lewandowski takes a step to the side to get closer to Rafia. That lets Fermin Lopez step up and basically see if they can bowl Bayern out of the positions they want to be. Now, Lamine Yamal is a super clever player tactically, and he will change his position to create other spaces. As he tucks into the midfield, Fermin Lopez essentially takes his spot. But Lamine Yamal is so good on the ball that he can find different passing angles. And here, Casado is going to make a run right through the defense, and Yamal finds him easily. Casado ends up getting fouled after a few twists. But these are guys who can keep the ball and move it around, and they know how to shift positions very well. This is actually the second goal that Barcelona scored against Bayern Munich. Robert Lewandowski would be the one to finish this off. But as you can see, there are rotations. Rafia is right in the middle of the pitch here, and you're kind of wondering, what is the left winger doing there? Well, it doesn't really matter because Balde's sort of taking his space. He's occupying the Bayern Munich right back, so basically Rafia can just come in here and just be a part of a build-up. And because Koundé has gone forward up the wing, this gives Lamine Yamal the option to sort of drop into midfield and float where he wants to as well. Cubarsí gets it, looks up. Fermin Lopez is checking to the ball, and the idea here is to pull a Bayern center back with him. This would be Kim Min-jae in this scenario. Now you can see he and Rafia are about to make alternating movements. As Lamine Yamal gets this ball, Rafinha's going to check, and Fermin Lopez is going to go. And Bayern Munich were drawn in just enough that this caused all kinds of problems. Fermin Lopez able to get the ball after Kim Min-jae makes a total mess of it, gets the ball away from Neuer, and Lewandowski can easily prod it home. And add Frankie de Jong to this team, because they've been able to just take off Fermin Lopez, move Pedri forward, and have Frankie de Jong playing alongside Casado. Well, this is what it looks like when that happens. Casado gets the ball, looks forward. What should I do? No, we're going to continue to rotate the ball around. We're going to see if Real Madrid want to chase it. It comes into Pedri, he lays it off for de Jong, and de Jong sees Alejandro Balde running forward, but he can't play it yet. So he's going to use Rafia. The ball goes in, it's a nice little up, back, through, wondrous ball from Frankie de Jong, and then Balde. I mean, this kid can cross. I know Real Madrid's defending here from Rudiger and Militao was horrendous, but that ball is fantastic. What a header by Lewandowski, and that made it 2-0. Now, Marc Casado, he's a player who I had never heard of prior to this season, really prior to the last couple weeks, and he is very impressive. He came out of the Barcelona B team just last season, had never gotten a start in the first team, and check out the way he's able to play a ball. Here he is, takes a look up, sees the run of Rafia coming off of Lewandowski. It's a perfect ball. It bounces Rafia with yet another chip over the goalkeeper. This is his assist in the Clásico. So he receives the ball, takes a look up, and drives a little bit forward. And because of the movement from Pedri and Rafia drawing out Militao and Rudiger, a big space opens up, but you still got to be able to play this ball. It's a very nice pass through. Lewandowski is in, finishes easily. And yet another assist from Marc Casado. He can hit a long ball. And take a look. You can actually see Lewandowski going, hit it big. Rafinha's open. Yep, well, he's got the capability of doing that. Look at that ball right on Rafinha's foot. Rafinha may have gotten a little lucky with this one because when he cuts in and shoots with his right, it may have taken deflection. I'm really not sure. Now, a player we have all been really excited to see develop and grow is Pedri. Pedri has this amazing way of doing things in a simple manner and making everything look super easy. He knows where he wants to be. He always has a plan. His passing ability is fantastic. Every time he dribbles, you know that he is not really going to give the ball away. He's able to prod, look up, use both feet, and he just knows how to support the play in the right way to get himself good opportunities. Now, I'd like to see him score more. Here, Iñaki Peña plays the ball into him, and it's just a fantastic touch to get it under control. And here, just watch the way, it doesn't really matter how many Bayern players want to try and steal the ball from him. He always knows what to do. I'm going to dribble through the two of them. That's where I gotta go. Honestly, a Pedri compilation is always something worth taking a look at, and it's great to see him back playing at the high level. But the most exciting exciting of all the young players at Barcelona is definitely Lamine Yamal. This kid certainly lives up to the hype. It's kind of unbelievable how good he is, actually. I really am struggling to understand it. But take a look at some of the things. These are just little moments of brilliance. So he tucks in, and he makes it very difficult for defenders to know what to do. If you're Ferland Mendy, do you follow him over here? Because you know that part of the reason he's checking in is to allow other players to run off him. But you also can't let him get the ball and turn. And he just gets rid of Camavinga, no problem. Runs away from Tchouaméni, no problem. And then this ball here to Rafia is almost perfect. Just take a look at how good he is at being deceptive and moving away. A lot of these moves he does, they don't even have a touch on the ball. But even with two players right on him, the sideline right behind him, he's still able to wriggle his way out of these scenarios and not lose the ball. I mean, the assist he had in this game, I mean, give me a break. Look at this Trivela pass. This is just insane. It is absolutely perfect, and Dani Olmo can just finish from the 6-yard box, and it's just the way the pass beat everybody. It's fantastic. And here is the goal in the Clásico. Very good finish, but it's with his right foot, and it just looked effortless and easy. Don't forget the name. We had to talk about the offsides because it is just so glaring. They are doing it differently than everybody else, really. Hansi Flick is a ballsy guy. The way he coaches, the risk he likes to take, and he needs good defenders to do this kind of high line thing that he does. So this is against Bayern Munich in the opening moments of the match. The ball goes back to Neuer, and look at the line that the Barcelona defense takes. They are right on the halfway line. Any players behind them are clearly offside. Anyone in front of them that's making a run, they know they have to keep an eye on. And as the Bayern players are starting to drift back, will then be on side to make the run in. At this point, Jules Koundé sees that the ball is going. He's anticipating that it's going to come his way, so he just turns and starts running early and has a jump start and is able to get the ball. When they are coordinated in this back line, it makes things a lot easier. Here, Valverde plays the ball into Mbappe, and we can tell he's very offside. The Barcelona line is pretty good. Almost everyone on that same cut of grass. If not everyone is on the same page, a forward can bend their run just a little bit and take advantage, but they are able to get a lot of calls. Mbappe would score, but that's the thing. They have caught everyone offside a lot this season. I mean, look at this statistic. Top 5 European leagues, 83 offsides drawn. Second is Osasuna with 37. I mean, it's astounding. And it is clearly so effective. It's really risky, but it's obviously working. And in the days of VAR, where you can be sure that an offside is actually properly called, this kind of does make some sense. It's just got to be done right. So here, Camavinga gets the ball. You can see Mbappe is in an onside position here, and he just starts running. Camavinga, because he is one step off from the ball, he's going to play it just that little second too late. So Bellingham ends up putting that ball in, and you can see Mbappe's trying to work off the shoulder of Kubarsi here and see if he can just step onside before the ball goes. Gets it wrong by about one step, and Real Madrid's goal did not count. Here's another goal that got chalked off. This one against Bayern Munich. Ball goes out wide from Kane, and then Bayern Munich start attacking. Now watch as Barcelona, they all drop way in, knowing that they have to be able to see where the runners are. So you have Inigo Martinez as the deepest one. Pau Kubarsi is trying to catch up to Serge Gnabry, and then you can see Jules Koundé dropping in, trying to keep an eye on Harry Kane. Now, at this point, when the ball goes back to Elise, they all step up again. There's pressure on the ball. Michael Elise has to go wide. Kane is wide open in the middle, but he's offside. And so when this cross comes in and he scores, it doesn't matter. He's found to be offside, but by a knee and a toe. That is way too close for comfort. It's funny to see professional teams just completely dumbfounded by Barcelona's line. So against Espanyol this weekend, big ball over the top, ball goes wide, crossed in, goal. And it looks like a pretty decent run, but no, he is offside by a toe. You cannot really properly plan this. You just have to hope. It's a game of roulette. Here's another one. Same game, Espanyol playing down the wings. This is where teams are having success at creating chances against Barcelona. But once again, if you go early, you're offside. Now this, it's half of his head and half of his shoulder. The rest of his body is on. But hey, right now, Barcelona are using this and getting away with it. Here is yet another super tight one. Mbappe played through. He would score in the Clásico. It was about to be 1-0, but no. This right here is offside, but man, it's so close. This is the way you beat this offside, in my opinion. But what you want to do is drag Barcelona over to one side of the field. So as Alphonso Davies got the ball here, pretty much everyone has come over into this half. There's only 2 players for Barcelona that are on the other side of the field, and really, they're not that far. They're very tight. So look how compact everything is. You can switch the ball out wide, and they are all going to shift as well. Koundé is the right back. Inigo Martinez and Pau Kubarsi are the center backs. Balde's approaching the ball. Harry Kane is offside. onside, but the player who is not is Serge Gnabry. And Michael Olise is going to look up. Gnabry makes sure he is in an onside position here, and a second switch. And in just 2 passes, going across the field once and traversing it again, Bayern get into Barcelona's box. This time, the cross is finished, and Kane is onside because, well, he's behind the ball. And that's all you need to make sure you do, is that you're behind the ball on crosses and that you are able to switch the play effectively. So Barcelona look incredible at the moment. Hansi Flick is working that same magic he had at Bayern all that time ago. And don't forget, this team is clearly going to improve as the season goes on if everyone stays fit. I mean, they have teenagers that are learning every single day and getting better and better. Now, Hansi Flick's tactics are ballsy, but they're at least interesting. There's a high risk, high reward, and so watching Barcelona this season is definitely going to be a lot of fun. There's definitely going to be goals in those games, and quite a few probably chalked off. Either way, thanks for stopping by. I'm Sebastian North. This is Campfire Football. Hope you enjoyed the breakdown. See you next time.